All right, we are now in South Carolina on our way to Florida.
Where are we going in Florida?
We are going to Sarasota, Florida. And we have had a lovely...
What beach are we going to?
Siesta Key Beach. Tell us about our evening, how it started off.
This evening could not have started off any worse. Show them the door right there, our door. Believe it or not, our door fell off earlier. As we were packing to leave for Siesta Key, Florida, our door falls off. Who does that happen to?
Us.
Yeah. So I managed to get it back on. Drove around hitting speed bumps to make sure it doesn't fall off again because we didn't want to switch everything over to our pickup truck. Didn't want to take our pickup truck to Florida. So we're praying that door stays on. We took it to a mechanic shop, actually 2 mechanic shops, and they felt pretty confident that it would.
They pulled on it opposite way, and they said that the latch is what holds it in. The part that actually came off was the rollers that roll, hold it to the side of the van when you open it, so they feel like it's okay.
But the bottom line is we're going 770 miles on a door that may fall off anytime.
But we're praying,
yeah, we're praying
trusting the Lord. It's staying on there.
Yeah, everybody felt confident we'll be okay. We had to get it back in, the little wheels back in the groove and everything, but I don't even know what it's going to cost me to fix that when I get it back home. If it stays on this trip, I may not fix it, just never use it again. We can't open it at all, so also praying I don't do something stupid and forget and try to open it. So
yeah.
That'd be bad news. But anyway,
yeah.
We'll be showing you different clips of our trip down. What we call highlights of the trip. When you have to drive that far, you got to find some things to look forward to looking at. So.
And we make that part of the trip. It's part of our vacation. It's not just the ride down. It's part of the trip. We do fun things.
Right now we're on Highway 18, just south of Shelby, North Carolina. We just entered South Carolina. We're going to be coming up on Interstate 85 in Gaffney here in just a few minutes. Okay, coming up on Interstate 85, just outside of Gaffney, South Carolina, and this is kind of like the official starting point of our trip. Now, this is not the shortest way from our house to go to Siesta Key. Actually, the shortest way would be to go down the eastern side of Florida, down Interstate 95, but I like this way a lot better. As a kid growing up, we used to come down here every year. It's kind of nostalgic for me to go this way because this is the way we always went. And I always liked going through the city of Atlanta. Most people try to avoid Atlanta. I try to go through Atlanta. So,
at the right time.
At the right time. Yeah, I know how to time it. But yeah, there are times to avoid Atlanta. But Atlanta is a beautiful city. And we're going to be going through there tomorrow. We're actually not going far tonight. We're just going to get into Georgia, Lord willing, and get a room. And then pick up tomorrow and drive on into Lake City, Florida. And it does not take 3 days to get to Siesta Key, but we're just stretching it out because our reservation is not until Sunday, and this is Friday. We just decided to head out this evening.
I had to work till 5 today, so yeah, we're getting a late start, and then the issue at the door. So
we were going to leave in the morning. We just decided to drive a little bit of it tonight and get a room. So anyway, we're going to be going through Atlanta. It's an awesome city to see. Got a little bit of a surprise review we're going to try to do there tomorrow. For lunch, a very popular place, especially on college game days. So we're going to try to stop off there tomorrow and let you see a little bit of that. But anyway, we'll say more about that then.
All right, we're getting the peach here in Gaffney. That is one of the many landmark sites that we always look for on our trip.
Yeah, you don't see too many water towers that are in the shape of a peach, but of course that's what South Carolina is known for, is peaches.
I'll get a close-up. Sun's in a bad angle there. But I'll try to get it once we pass that.
A few years ago, they built a Fats Cafe right in front of it. Yeah.
But they've got the color and everything. Look.
Now what try to see?
Alrighty, we're gaining another state now. Get ready to head into Georgia.
And then in about 4 more miles, we are stopping for the night in the town of Livonia, Georgia.
Looks pretty bright. Hopefully you can still see that sign. Welcome to Georgia.
Alright, one more state till we're in Florida.
Yep.
So we're going to stop for the night at the illustrious, we go for the big name motels. We're going to the Super 8.
Yeah.
we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Okay, we're going to stop here at the Georgia Welcome Center. This is somewhere where we stop every year.
Real nice welcome center.
It is. It's very nice. They have a nice swing out back that you can sit on that I always have to sit on to get a picture.
Very nice picnic area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and inside it's got a lot of information. Got a lot of brochures, and there's usually, well, I guess they still have people at the desk now for if you have questions about the area.
This is actually one of my favorite welcome centers because it's just really nice to keep it really clean. Years and years ago, we actually would get picnics and bring them out here and eat. We don't do that so much now, but
yeah, when the boys were little.
I think they might. Do they even have grills? Maybe. I don't remember if they got
sure
grills.
about that.
And nobody's in my parking space.
Yay.
I have a parking space right here in front of the sign that I always like to get.
They have two signs. They've got the newer sign down there.
Yeah, but this is what's been here for years that everybody writes on. Well, it looks like they got the writing on.
This is the one we always parked in front of. And yeah, there's the picnic area that he was talking about.
Okay, welcome. We are glad that Georgia's on your mind, and it's on my mind today because we got a lot of Georgia to go through. But I want to show you a little bit of the picnic area. This is, like I say, a really nice welcome center. You can see how pretty green grass, picnic tables. I guess they don't have grills. I wasn't sure about that. But this is one of our yearly stops on our way to Florida. I have an addiction I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all about, and it's a brochure addiction. Everywhere I go in, whether it's a motel lobby or a rest area, I have to gather about 25 or 30 brochures.
You ought to see the suitcase we have that we bring every
Yeah, I actually
year
have a big duffel bag
from the
full of them.
collection that he has gathered through the years.
Yep.
It's heavy, probably what?
I'll bet it weighs 25, 30 pounds.
At least. It's pretty heavy.
But you never know when you might need them. So let's walk on up to the... Alright, and here's the newer sign that looks more like the ones that they use on the highways now to let you know when you've entered the state. Nice morning. It's going to heat up pretty good today, I think, but right now it's still maybe mid to upper 70s, mid 70s probably. So here's the front of the Welcome Center. Now at night time you can't see it now, but there's a peach up there in that window that lights up. I don't know if I can even get it, if the camera was going to pick it up, but anyway, at night time it's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's there. Alright, now if you're like me and you like brochures, you're in Brochure Heaven right now. They actually have the brochures divided up into the different sections of the state, like the mountain region, the I guess the central, then coastal. Now over here is a baseball legend. He was from Georgia, Ty Cobb. One of the greatest players of all time. I think he had 367 lifetime batting average, and that's the highest of any player in history. So, but again, just a really nice facility in here. Nice pictures. That's Tybee Island near Savannah. The Jessup Drive-In Theater. Look at these cherry trees here. That's in Macon, Georgia. Look at those blossoming cherry trees. That looks like in Washington, D.C., the National Mall when they have the cherries in bloom. And of course, Atlanta, Coca-Cola. And the Georgia Aquarium. Now, that's a really neat place to visit. It's been a number of years since we've been to the aquarium, but that was really neat. They actually have whale sharks in there. It's the only aquarium I've ever been to with whale sharks.
They also have a Cabbage Patch Kid area here in Georgia. Growing up, I had a Cabbage Patch, actually, 2 of them. Zara and Abner. And every year I always have to look at them, the little ones in the tent. Yeah, that was a childhood memory. And they also have this really neat thing here. Try not to get a glare on it. Which I think is really neat. When the boys were little, they always came in and had to sit on that. It was really neat. I always remember seeing that. Our mini trips. And there's my swing out there. Sitting out here on my swing, waiting for him to gather his last little bit of brochures, listening to the birds sing. Very pretty morning. And here he finally arrives.
What?
With his armful of brochures to add to the collection.
These are for your education. It's not right to go to a state and not know anything about the state you're in. So, what are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's wearing his Braves
Let's
jersey.
see the back.
Turn all the way around.
My favorite all-time Brave, Dale Murphy from the 1980s. There's not been a Brave since then that, well, I mean, there's been some good ones, but he's the best one.
That was your favorite growing up.
He was not just a good player, he was a good guy. Still is, I mean, he's still alive. But,
yeah.
That's the era that I grew up in, watching the Braves. So they don't even wear these colors anymore. I wish they'd go back to these, the red, white, and blue. I love these uniforms. This was hard to find. But anyway, we about ready to head on?
Yeah, I'm ready. You look good.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm ready for the road.
Me too.
Alright, we're heading back over to the van now. I'm going to show y'all where the door fell off on it. And we're just, it held up yesterday. We're still praying. We still got a long way to go. I hope those people that told us it's going to be okay are right. But
hopefully so. They were a mechanic.
yeah, it's not back on there perfectly, but that's not really how you want to start your vacation off, with the door of the vehicle you're planning to tape on. They do have a grill.
They do.
I knew I'd seen a grill. I wasn't crazy. People put their cigarette butts in it. Yeah. That's, oh well. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking there. So, but anyway, this is just a beautiful welcome center. Another one that's really nice is coming back into Tennessee on Interstate 75 out of Kentucky. That's a beautiful rest area welcome center too. And we've had picnics there too, coming back from, well, like when we would go to Minnesota to see her family. We would stop there sometimes on the way home. That was a really nice one, but I love this one. What's the matter?
I was going to get the keys from him. I was going to walk through.
Oh, okay. Okay, here is the door that fell off yesterday, and I did manage to get it back on. Get him out before he starts licking the window. We have a dog that licks everything, and I just clean those windows. But right here, you can tell there's a gap there that shouldn't be there. And the back part of the door here is what fell off yesterday, and it did a number on my van right there. It scuffed it pretty good on the way down. So that's not how you want to start your trip off, but you can see there's a gap there. It's a little bit bigger than normal. So they say it'll hold up as long as I don't try to do something foolish like open it later. As long as I don't open it, they're telling me it'll be fine. That's 3 mechanics that I consulted, so I'm praying it is. But anyway, not really how you want to start things off, but so far it's held up. And our two traveling companions here. They got to sniff everything because this is the pet walking area. I get that, but anyway, just a beautiful rest area here. We stop every time we come through. Last year it was closed, of course, but
Still got to sit on the swing.
yeah, she always has to make us sit on that swing for a selfie. It's been like the last 10 years in a row. Anyhow, we're fixing to head on, and our next stop will be Sonny's Barbecue. That's another yearly tradition of ours in Commerce, Georgia, exit 149. And there's some pretty nice outlets there. They still got those Commerce outlets, don't they? Is it Tanger outlets there, I believe? So that's a pretty good exit, worth your while.
So Rovi Air last year had cataract removal surgery on his eye. And so now we have to give him eye drops.
And he loves it. As you can tell, he's not in a good mood. All right, one eye drop. Be still. There's one. All right, good boy.
He appreciates it so much.
Yeah, I'm just glad he can't talk because I'd hate to hear what he says. One more. No, that didn't go in. You gotta be. There we go. All right, you're good. Okay. Rovier, you glad to have gotten your eye drops? He's calmed down a little bit now. Getting ready to feed him. But yeah, he does not like to have eye drops put in, and you cannot bathe him without getting bit. I actually have to wear gloves to bathe him. The other one, Renoir, no problem. But time to eat.
Get you guys some water.
Okay, we are here in Commerce, Georgia. We have stopped in at Sonny's Barbecue. This is a favorite of ours. We don't have a Sonny's near us at home. So they got really good barbecue here, really good sauces. And a little fun fact here, we're in a booth, but if you see these red chairs back here, the company that makes those is called Emiko. I'm sorry, the company that sells them is called Emiko. And those are made out of recycled Coca-Cola bottles. It takes 111 bottles to make one chair.
And another little fun fact is 111 is our number.
Yeah, that was our number of our honeymoon, the motel room we had at the Sleepy Bear in Gatlinburg. And that number is like it comes up all the time. But
yes.
Anyway, it takes 111 Coke bottles to make that chair. And the reason I know that is because the injection molding company I used to work at made those. In fact, I worked on those chairs a lot, so it's very possible that, not that anybody cares, but it's very possible. Yeah, don't sit. That wasn't funny. But it's very possible that I actually did one of those chairs when I used to work there. But anyway, we're here at Sonny's getting ready to, don't normally review a lot of chain restaurants, but we're going to today. Sonny's has really good food.
They have a brisket grilled cheese that's new.
Is that new? That sounds pretty good.
It does, I know. And a Sonny's Cuban.
I don't think I'm going to get it, but I'm probably going to get that,
I'll be with you in just a minute, okay?
Okay. Where's the sandwich that I get when I get a sandwich? The one on garlic bread, it's the beef brisket. I didn't see that.
Right there. Is that it?
Oh, okay. Is that still under sandwiches? Yeah, that's it. All right, let me get the rest of the menu. Yeah, and I always get garlic bread here. If you don't ask them for that, sometimes you'll get a bun, but the garlic bread is really good. And of course, over here is their barbecue and rib selection.
There you go, yes sir. We'll be right with you guys.
Thank you. Back, the Garden of Eden. They haven't got a dessert here, but here they are. And this little menu here. Pitmaster favorites, loaded tots.
There you go, yes sir. We'll be right with you.
Alright, that's that. Okay, here's mine. It's supposed to be chopped brisket sandwich, but she gave me sliced. And then you got the grilled cheese. Pick it up, pick your bun up there. You got the grilled cheese brisket and fried okra.
Delicious.
So, I'll let you know. Just finished up lunch here at Sonny's Barbecue, and there's a neat old Ford truck parked out back here. There's an old truck, Sinclair Gasoline service truck. It says Tombstone, Georgia. I don't know where Tombstone, Georgia is. The only tombstone I've ever been to is Arizona. So, but I like old trucks like this. That's pretty neat. Alright, waiting on Shaughnessy to come on out here in a minute. Okay, well, what did you think of your beef brisket grilled cheese?
It was good. Nothing special. Kind of reminded me of something that I could just make at home. But my okra was excellent. And she offered me ranch dressing, and that was amazing. It was very good.
Okra with ranch dressing is amazing. Alright. Well, they brought me sliced brisket on my sandwich. It was good. I mean, no complaints. I did want it chopped, but I don't think I remember to tell her. Anyway, here's Sonny's in Commerce, Georgia. Sonny's went to this new design of about 4 years ago, and they used to have the little red buildings. Quite honestly, I like the looks of them better then. They've kind of, I don't know, gone to a different design on their buildings. But anyway, what I had was good, really good. I love their garlic bread at Sonny's. That's one reason I got the sandwich, is because of the garlic bread. Sonny's has really, really good garlic bread and good iced tea, and everything was good. But we only got sandwiches there because we're going to stop here in a little bit in Atlanta and get a favorite of ours. So we'll say more about that in a little bit. So what are you recording now?
Just you as you're speaking.
Alright.
You ready to ride, Rovier?
Okay, we are 1 mile away from our exit. We're going to stop off at the I started to say Discover Mills. It used to be that. It's Sugarloaf Mills Mall outside of Atlanta, because I got to go to Bass Pro and get some fishing supplies. So this is like my favorite Bass Pro store, and naturally 1 mile from the exit we're in a big traffic jam right here. So hopefully that's going to clear on out. But up here in a moment you actually get a shot of Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is about 16 miles east of Atlanta, from the top of this hill up here. So hoping to get to Bass Pro here in just a few minutes, and hopefully by the time we come out this will be cleared up. Don't know if it was a wreck or what.
Well, Google said slow down, and there was a lot of traffic merge on. It looks like it's clearing out.
Starting to move a little bit. But Georgia actually has a state law, and I think should be a law in every state, that you're not allowed to get in the left lane and poke. If you go below the speed limit in the left lane, you're supposed to be ticketed. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful law, personally. I'm in the right lane because we're exiting, but I don't think this was a left lane issue today. It was just, I don't know, maybe a lot of people merging, like she said. But
now I see brake lights again.
Yeah, it's slowing back down again.
The other side, look there.
And we're almost where we need to exit off. Just can't seem to get there yet. Man, look at all that traffic coming up 85 north out of Atlanta. That is... Oh, I'm glad I'm not in that. Now I do understand why people try to avoid Atlanta, but we usually hit it late in the evenings. Today we're going to hit it maybe at a bad time. But
it's a Saturday, so hopefully it won't be.
Yeah, that's true. There's not going to really be a rush hour, but a lot of people still heading out of town for the 4th of July week. Rovier, you ready to go in the mall? You ready to ride around in the stroller in the mall? Renwar, how about you, bud? I will say one thing about Renwar. That's the best traveling dog ever. He never complains.
He don't. He just gets back there and lays and snoozes.
I mean, you could ride 500 miles and you'd have to check and see if he's still in here. Coming down into Sugarloaf Mills Mall.
On Credit Card Lane.
Yes, this is Credit Card Lane is the name of the road, believe it or not. I didn't know that till she just
Hey,
saw
I saw
it.
the sign back there where you're waiting.
I'm going to give you credit. You saw it. Told you it was 2-lane road through here.
And say what?
You said you thought it was 1.
The turning in.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it was one way.
Well, this is what I was talking about right here.
No, we said turning in.
Alright, here's my Bass Pro. I love Bass Pro shops. I really like this one because they got a lot of good saltwater fishing gear.
He's got a coat
I don't know why anybody would need a coat on today. We'll have to try to catch Stone Mountain after we get back on the interstate because the way they rerouted the exit, I could just barely see it, but we'll catch that again when we leave. Alright, getting ready to go into Bass Pro here in Lawrenceville, Georgia. It says, welcome fishermen, hunters, and other liars. And that's about right. Fish always tend to grow about a foot from the time the guy who lost it gets back to tell about it. So. Alright, over in the fishing section of Bass Pro, and I like this. This has been here for years. I've always liked the great white shark here. I'd rather see him in here than in the ocean. So, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the ocean as long as I wasn't in the ocean. I was on a big boat or something, but great white shark is a pretty magnificent creature. Let's go to the Bass Pro here. Just here to get a few fishing supplies and making our way to Florida. We're going to overnight in Lake City tonight and head on to Siesta Key tomorrow. Okay, right now I'm following my wife through the Burlington store. I'm going to be honest with you, this is the most depressing looking store I've ever seen in my life. There are like 8 million items in here in no particular order. So, I could have been done in Bass Pro 5 times by now. But something tells me we're going to be in here a while. You find everything you need there?
I'm fine.
Okay. Like I say, nothing is arranged in any particular order, is it?
It's kind of stressful here. Like, I like ordering
Yeah, you're
food,
stressed.
But I did find a few little things here.
This one's huge. I had a haircut yesterday, and something tells me I'm going to need another one by the time we're done in here. So, that's good. Now let's go get in that long line that wraps around 3. I didn't even see a red scrub line. Was there one when you was in here last year?
I didn't notice. I'm going to go look though.
I was fortunate enough not to have to come in here last year. Alright, hopefully we'll be done for too long. Oh, and I'm going to try to get that shot of Stone Mountain. Should get it coming up here on the exit to Interstate 85. Actually, that's it straight ahead of us. I don't know if you can see that or not. There is Stone Mountain, and it kind of just sits out. I just went behind the tree. I hope that showed up. It just kind of sits out by itself. Now, back 2004, we actually went out to Stone Mountain State Park for the laser show. There it is. We actually went out there to see the laser show, which is really, really neat. And we were just sitting there on the little, there's got a grassy area where people spread their blankets or bring their chairs and sit. My wife looks at it and says, you know what's really neat about that? She says, it's there. I just got silent for about 10 seconds. I didn't really know what to say to that. Stating the obvious, so I just kind of, yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's definitely there.
But what was so amazing
about it? Tell us about how Stone Mountain's there.
What's so amazing about it is that it's just flat, you know, through here, and it's just this big rock in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's just, that's what I'm saying, it's just there. It's just, that's weird.
Yeah, I think what she was trying to say, other than the obvious, it's there, was that it's there kind of standing out from the rest of the surrounding
there's no other
topography. Yeah, there really isn't any other rocks or stones, just that one big granite mass right there. It's really neat to go up to the top too. They got an incline thing that takes you to the very top of it, and that's really neat. You can see downtown Atlanta. You can see a lot from up there. But traffic's going to start picking up here as we get closer to the city. So,
at least it's not as bad as when we went into the mall.
That's true. It has started lightening up a little bit traffic-wise since we went in, which is a good thing. So once we get to Atlanta, we're going to stop at an old landmark and get us some dessert. We've just eaten lunch, so we're not going to It's actually a great place to eat lunch, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go in there and get us a peach pie. So we'll say more about that when we get there. But it's an Atlanta favorite, one of our favorites.
Alright, we are still heading into Atlanta and we're coming up on something called Spaghetti Junction. It's got a whole bunch
Basically the 285 bypass around the city.
But it's really neat to see because of all the overpasses. The traffic going every which way. It's pretty neat. It's
I don't
pretty
enjoy
massive.
driving across it though. Fortunately, we don't have to do that today. Traffic's actually lightened up. Back there, it was pretty much stop and go.
I think a lot of people were trying to exit off because a lot of people were trying to get over to that area. I think that's what caused a lot of
But basically, if you're going to Birmingham, Alabama, and you want to miss Atlanta, you would go to the west. If you're going to the east side of Atlanta and around, you go to the east. But I always like going under these.
It's pretty neat at night too, all lit up.
It doesn't take a lot to amuse me, so I like these.
Alright, around this curve we should get first good view of the skyline of Atlanta. Plus all the stop traffic.
Yeah, traffic's going to stop. This is the one reason that you do try to avoid Atlanta. You know, I like going through there. Because you never know when there's going to be a traffic pile up.
This side's bad because everybody's getting on over on this side.
I'm trying to stay over to the right because in the slower traffic, I don't want to get rear-ended or do anything to make that door come open. Say we're riding with a door that we don't know is going to stay on. So. Traffic is slow moving right now.
It is. Stop and go. Look at all the new construction they got going on.
I need to get over the lane.
Just a few people out on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, this is the downside of Atlanta right here.
At night when we've come through here, it's very pretty lit up.
Oh, it's a beautiful city at night.
And if you come late enough, there's not that much traffic.
Yeah, you can breeze right through. I would have thought on a Saturday that we'd be okay. I guess a lot of people just...
right before the 4th, everybody out and about.
We're near the campus of Georgia Tech University. Actually, it's just over to the right of us.
Behind these trees.
Okay, and here's where we are going to stop and get us a little dessert in the form of a peach pie. It's the Varsity. And this has been here, as the sign says, 1928. Fun place to eat with a good view. You're basically right in downtown Atlanta. Over there's the Georgia Institute of Technology, better known as Georgia Tech, of the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. And there's the Coca-Cola building. And there's the Yellow Jackets football stadium. ACC's not really known for its football, so that doesn't compare to an SEC stadium at all. But we're kind of right here amongst some of the big buildings of downtown. We were a little concerned about parking and leaving our pets in the car or in the van. We didn't want to leave it running with the air conditioner on, so we actually parked underneath here in the underground garage, which is not in the sun at all, so that's good. It's not too bad temperature wise, but walk over here and get a view of downtown before we go in. And there's the sign for the Varsity. Now they got some really good peach pies here. They got a lot of stuff here that I like. Their hot dogs are famous. I love their hot dogs. Not going to get one today just because we did eat lunch, and we're going to go to Steak and Shake tonight when we get to our motel, and I don't want to miss Steak and Shake because I love Steak and Shake too. But we are going to stop in here and grab us a pie. And there's a good shot of downtown Atlanta. I don't know what all the buildings are. Pretty familiar with Atlanta, but the circular building there is the Westin. That used to be the Peachtree Plaza Hotel, but it's now the Westin. And there's a restaurant in the top of it that rotates, or I'm sorry, it used to rotate, and there was a tragedy there a few years back where a little boy lost his life. Somehow he got his arm caught. A really sad situation, so I don't think it actually rotates now. And if you look right through that little opening, if you see that blue dome, that I believe is called the Polaris restaurant. It does rotate as well. But anyway, right here in downtown Atlanta, here's Interstate 75 and 85. They run together right here. They'll split off on the south side of town. But we're going to go in and have a pie. You're going to get a peach pie or an apple pie. They got good apple pies too. But
Peach pie.
peach. You're in Georgia. What else would you get? All right, well, let's go in and try a peach pie. In here, no liability for injury or death of any individual entering these premises resulting from, in other words, if you get COVID-19 and die, it's your fault. So, but there we go. There's the signs for the pies right there. These are some good peach pies now. I ain't kidding you. But here's on the inside of the building. Gotta walk through this area. It's always a popular place. It looks like there's a line. You have to walk down the steps here to order. One of the things, oh wow, look at the crowd. One of the things they're known for here is to keep the crowds moving and tell them what the trademark line is here.
What do you have? What do you have?
What do you have? What do you have? You gotta say it in your best Atlanta voice. But, that's to keep the lines moving here. So, oh wow. So we're gonna get in the line here. Here's the ice cream and gift shop here. If you want a shirt or a hat. Trying to navigate through here.
Varsity hat?
No, but my wife's going to put a varsity hat on and model that for us. There's a chili. Hold our place in line. I'm going to go over and get this wall. Right here are just some of the famous people that have eaten here. Looks like maybe Montel Williams up there, Burt Reynolds, Elvis Presley. All kinds of famous people have been here. President George Bush Sr., Jimmy Carter. Jeff Foxworthy. I don't recognize all of them, just some of them. Well, somebody's excited to see somebody. Clanton. Yeah, nobody's perfect. I guess there's a poster with some of the famous people that have been here. Sorry, we had a very emotional girl over here behind me. Apparently somebody she hadn't seen in a while. Now she's starting again. This place has been here a long time, and a lot of people like it. Since 1928, there's that line, what do you have, what do you have? They just kind of say it twice. Let's go get in this line. My wife is somewhere. There she is. Hasn't hardly moved. All right, I'm gonna get their menu here.
Your onion rings are amazing.
And the menu goes off. Oh, that's right. They're not accepting any cash now. It's gonna be like that everywhere sometime in the future. And there's their hamburgers. And they got a Varsity orange, which is basically, that's an orange soda, ain't it? And then they got the frosted orange. It's like an orange, what's it called, slushy or?
Shake is what it says.
Okay. There's the combos, 2 chili dogs, and chili cheeseburger. 2 naked dogs, that's what we got out in the van right now. Now, where's the pies at? I don't even see them on here. Oh yeah, right there. I didn't know they had chicken nuggets, but they do. That's a little high for 5 pieces of nuggets right there. Unless it's like strips.
There's sweet potato pies. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But the price on those, I'm gonna wait till it comes back up. And there's the frosted orange right there. You keep switching on me, so I'm gonna let you see that too. Here we go back. Those fried pies are $2.18. You could go to a festival and get fried pies that are not any better than these for more than that. So that's a good price for those. Let my wife order because you gotta talk loud to this crowd anyway.
How y'all doing today?
Good, how are you? They stay busy in here. Very popular place to eat. Alright, back up the steps we go to find a place to eat. So we're going to grab a booth right here somewhere. Right here, okay? Right here? Alright. So, I'll get a look at these pies right quick, then we're going to eat them. So, like I was saying down there, I don't know if you could hear over the crowd or not, but the hamburgers here are nothing special. I got that one time, have not gotten another one. Love the hot dogs. The fries are really good. They're cheese fries. Could ask for a little extra thing of cheese. Pull a pie out there.
Hold on, let me put my credit card up.
Okay.
Don't want to get
But like I say, we're just doing dessert here today, and there we got one of those frosted oranges. But if you're in Atlanta, you got to do this if you haven't tried this place before. It's really neat just for the novelty of it. But, well, the pie's a little small, but anyway, for $2.18, they're good. Yeah, they got a lot of filling in them, or at least they used to. So anyway, we're going.
Oh, look. What do you have?
What do you have?
You know, they're not hollering it as loud because a lot of them had masks on, but as soon as you get up there, she says, what do you have?
Yeah. All right. But if you're in Atlanta, you ought to come to the Varsity. It's a kind of a neat place and a fun place to eat. Put your hat on right quick.
I was going to do it outside.
Well, no, you look a lot more.
I put
you
my
look
glasses
a lot
on
better.
so nobody knows me.
Everybody's gonna know you. All right. The Varsity, Atlanta to Athens. They just actually closed the Athens location, or they're getting ready to.
Do I look good?
You look
Amazing.
that's the word. All right. Okay, all done in the Varsity. This is the other exit. This is the way we're coming out, not the same way we went in, because we're parked under the garage down here. What'd you think of that peach pie?
Delicious as always.
Delicious. The thing I like about these pies, they were a little smaller than I remember, but that could just be because it's been a few years. But you know, you can get a lot of these fried pies and you get a lot of crust and not much filling, and it's just the opposite with these. These are more of the good stuff and a lot less of the crust. So
And the crust is real flaky.
yeah, but it was. And they were real warm. You pick them up, they just fall apart pretty much. So really, really good. So that should tide us over till tonight. When we get to Lake City, Florida, we still have about 275 more miles of travel to do today. So let's get at it. Okay, we're talking about the frosted orange here, and we're trying to tell you what it is. We're not really sure. It's not a milkshake. I don't think that's ice cream.
But it's almost.
But it's not like a slushy or a Slurpee either because there's no chunks of ice in it. It's very smooth.
I think it's maybe kind of like a slushy with cream in it.
But it does taste like an orange cream, like those push-up ice cream things, those orange ones with the ice cream in the middle. It's kind of what it tastes like an orange vanilla creamy flavor. Really good, but
It is good.
just not sure what it is or exactly how they make it. So we're trying to get back on Interstate 85 now.
Are you going to turn right here?
No, that's for north. I got
No, right here. You got to turn right here.
No, that's for north. We're going south.
I know, but you're in that lane, honey.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I thought you was telling me I got to do it to get back on.
No, that was what the right lane was.
That's why you don't ask her for directions.
I was helping you.
Oh, okay. I used to call that as a kid, I called that the cardboard building. Because I always thought it just looked like a piece of board standing up. As a kid, you got an imagination, so. Back in the jam again. Should get some nice shots of downtown Atlanta here in just a minute. And then hopefully once we get past this, it's going to be smooth traveling the rest of the way to Lake City, Florida. I think we're about 248 miles from the state line. And then Lake City is probably another 25 miles into Florida. So about 275 more miles.
But we'll be there before you know it.
Yeah. If I can ever get out of this traffic, we'll be.
Trying to get a little bit of the skyline now.
Somewhere there's a church that says Jesus Saved. There it is. This is one of the worst traffic jams I've actually seen because we usually hit Atlanta at a better time. It's been pretty thick today.
Yeah, it has.
Alright, now up here on the left, I want to get what's left of Turner Field, and when I say what's left, that's where the Braves played for, I want to say since the 1997 season up until about 4 years ago. I think maybe they've been at SunTrust Park for 4 years. Now it's Truist Park. It's already changed names. It's not even a couple years old. I think they've been there, maybe this is their 4th season, 5th at the most. To be honest with you, I miss Turner Field. I actually remember going to games at the old Fulton County Stadium, which was right next to Turner Field. They tore it down and they put a monument where Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run, which was the record-breaking home run over Babe Ruth. He hit that on April 8th, 1974, off of Al Downing of the Dodgers, and the Braves won that game 7-4. That's just a little bit of, I used to be a baseball encyclopedia when I was a kid. That's all I did was read baseball books. So they tore Fulton County Stadium down and built Turner Field, and here is what's left of it, and that is now, I think, the football team or football stadium for Georgia State University. And the reason I like this stadium here better than the new one is north of town by a good ways, and you can't even see downtown from it. You'd have to get back on Spaghetti Junction and go out the 285 bypass to go to the new stadium, and you just can't see any of downtown Atlanta. Now this one here, there used to be a Coke bottle, a deck up real high with a big Coke bottle up behind the left field fence, and you could go out up there and see amazing views of downtown Atlanta, couldn't you? Especially at nighttime. It was some of the best pictures you'd ever get of the skyline of Atlanta you could get from that deck. I really miss that field.
And they also had a big Chick-fil-A cow that would do the chop.
Did it do the chop?
Yes, it did.
Okay, yeah, I remember the cow. But
I think it did.
I miss Turner Field. Well, the chop is no longer politically correct.
Yeah.
But I ain't get into that.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember the huge chair. probably sat in as much as anybody. No, you did like sit in that chair we got your picture in a few times. All right, well that's pretty much Atlanta. So now we got a long stretch of Interstate 75 south to Florida. So.